You had to be properly buried to be prevented from coming back as a vampire. And if they're not, then they may become restless spirits and come back and attack the living, and that's essentially what the vampire does. So various methods existed in Eastern Europe for doing this, like placing heavy stones on coffins, driving nails around a grave site because iron would weaken spirits and keep them in the grave, filling coffins with things that a corpse could eat because corpses would be hungry when they woke up.
One spot. And on the other side of the card, you do have 4 spots, but you're actually covering one up.
Creatures of the night and angels of the morning, I welcome you here to the Arcadia Theater. We cry to the heavens, to that you did not replace.
Yeah, it's not my scene at all. And it's not because, you know, I'm from small town, western Pennsylvania, but...
What was most memorable?
The most memorable? Well, first off, I didn't think the bands would be as good as they were.
Living the goth dream. With the whole goth movement is really like, we want to wear top hats, we want to live in a time when life meant something, where yeah, maybe the air was dirtier and stuff stank up the streets and all that, but like there was poetry at that time. The whole idea about magic, the ancient priests actually had methods and magic lanterns of casting shadows and making shadow plays. And that's where all this stuff comes from. It comes from our dads and our moms from thousands of years ago looking at the stars and trying to make sense of it.
But the truth of the matter is that we are all creeps. We are all weirdos. Hey people, what the hell are we doing here? Everybody now, come on. We don't belong here.
And in this presentation today, I'll be providing some background material on the cultural and religious traditions that underlie vampire stories. And I'll also talk a bit about how in the Hammer Dracula movies, the vampire is presented as this figure who's both monstrous and deviant, and yet irresistible and uncanny.
DraculaCon is an investment in enchantment and romance. We start with Bram Stoker's Dracula, and we go from literature into music, film, and swim in all kinds of arenas. It's a very undefined celebration. Thanks for coming.
Alone in a darkened room, the Count Bela Lugosi is dead.